Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the annual Kino Therapy Oscars episode podcast.
Yay.
Here we go. We got our Oscars episode talking about the winners, the snubs, the surprises, all of that coming on tonight.
Y'all probably already know. I mean, we also probably already know, but it might be a little late, but you can still listen to this and get our thoughts, get our feelings, get our
Exactly.
opinions. So it's gonna be me, Alex, and Zach today.
Yep, no bad.
Yeah, shooting the shit.
Since we moved to YouTube, let's introduce ourselves. Alex.
Matt.
And Zach.
Yes, we have neglected to inform you that we moved to YouTube from SoundCloud. So, yay.
Oh, those SoundCloud rappers are gonna be so pissed that we're not on there because they were big fans of us.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But first, before we get into that, let's talk about Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's the elephant in the room when it comes to our big football news with the NFL trade deadline, which isn't even starting till when? Tomorrow, Alex?
Negotiations started today, but the new league year does not start until Wednesday.
No, that's what it is. Yep, that's right.
So to start with that, the Patriots traded Mac Jones to Jacksonville for a draft pick. I don't remember what round it was.
It was at least the 15th pick for something. Let me see.
Oh, sixth round.
Sixth round, which is like one of the very last rounds.
And with that, the Patriots also brought back Hunter Henry and Kendrick Bourne.
Yep, and they signed somebody. Was it today?
Yes, Washington running back Antonio Gibson, and re-signed Michael Wenu, the offensive lineman.
Sorry, my chair is squeaky.
I can't hear it. Oh wait, no, I hear it.
Yeah.
So things are happening that probably wouldn't have happened with Bill Belichick. We'll just say that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I hope Mac Jones does well. I know his hometown is Jacksonville, right, Alex?
Correct.
Which I forgot about, actually.
He probably is still going to be a backup, but hopefully he can come back to what he once was.
Yep, and maybe build up to being a starter again for sure. Absolutely. I wish him the best. I enjoyed watching him his first season.
Yes. But that also means that the Patriots are probably going to draft a new quarterback, and I know nothing about that stuff, so... In terms of... Because I don't watch college ball, so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, same. I've watched very little, if at all, of the college stuff, but I definitely think they'll hopefully do their research, and I gotta do my research on who we think will be the next good quarterback for the Patriots. So stay tuned on that.
And hopefully they make some more big moves coming soon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's rumored that they're going to make a big move at the receiver position, so fingers crossed there. Oh, and one more piece of news.
They could phrase that a little differently. Making a big move for the receiver position. It could be something different than that.
Oh, never mind. One more piece of news, though.
It's not you, so I'm just joking around.
They are releasing Devontae Parker on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I did see that. What do you think of that, Alex?
He sucked, so I'm glad he's gone.
The harshest of criticisms.
There's a thing I saw on Twitter today. It reminded me that he dropped a pass that lost us a game. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
He lost the pass that he dropped a pass that lost us a game. So fuck him.
I know what you did there. You sounded like the Tourette's guy just there.
What do you think of any of the news around the league, Alex, for trades? What have you been following?
Carolina traded Brian Burns to the Giants. Saquon Barkley went from the Giants to divisional rival Philly.
Oh yeah, Russell Wilson to the Steelers, right?
Yeah, that one was weird.
Yeah, it's a weird one because they're a good team, so he hopefully will help them because they're always a good team, the Steelers.
Hopefully Mike Tomlin can keep his winning record going.
Yeah, he's a good. I like him. He's good.
Um, not much else to say there. But let's move on to the main event.
So that was the appetizer. But this is the main course.
Yes.
It is the Academy Awards. The what is it? The
The 96th.
96th.
Yeah, there were 97 movies that have won Best Picture, according to my list.
Yep, but I got to update that on my list that it's 97 now.
Including the ones that you watched last year. I don't know if you did that.
Yes, I meant to edit that on my list yesterday. I'll have to do that.
So the Oscars came and went.
Yep.
Some good winners, some not so good, and lots of surprises.
We can start from the bottom and take it away. All right. So what was the first one to win? Who was the first one to win?
Divine Joy Randolph.
Divine Joy
Yep.
Randolph.
Best supporting
yes,
actress.
very deserved Best Supporting Actress win. Might be my favorite performance from the movie.
Yes.
Takes a very type of role that it's a character archetype, but she really nails it, brings some nice humanity to it. So this is a very much deserved Oscar win.
And it was kind of expected because she won it at all the other major award shows.
Yeah, she basically swept the whole awards throughout the year. So this wasn't a shocking surprise,
Right. I agree with what you said there. Great performance in a great movie.
Yeah, she had a really good emotional speech too.
And we saw Paul Giamatti go with her to the stage, which was nice.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah. What else won next?
Do you remember what the order it went in, Zach? Because I have no idea.
I will get that up. I think it might have been the animated categories. Let me just let me see. Yes, it was best animated short and best animated feature.
So I know that The Boy and the Heron won best animated feature, which is
hell yeah.
I personally haven't seen yet, so. But
yeah, Matt and I both saw it, and we both really liked it, enjoyed it.
But
liked it. I am glad that that Boy and the Heron won over. It was my personal favorite among the four that I've seen. I've still not yet seen Robot Dreams because I want to wait till. I know it leaked online, but I'm the one who's gonna be like, I want to wait and see it once it's in cinemas. So.
Right. And that's not until May, I heard.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm very excited to see Robot Dreams because it looks pretty good. But out of the four that I watched, and all of them are really good. But
Yep, Elemental, Nimona.
Yeah.
Oh, Nimona was really good.
They're all really good, but my personal favorite was Boy and the Heron. So I am very excited that it won, which means Miyazaki won. He didn't accept the award like he did the other time, but his
Because he
excuse,
wasn't there.
yeah, this excuse for this year was, "I'm old." That was his excuse. I'm old.
Which is fair.
No, that is
Yeah,
fair.
fair. Last time he didn't accept the award was because of the invasion of Iraq.
Oh
That
yeah.
was when he won for Spirited
When
Away.
he won for Spirited Away, that was back in 2003.
Gotcha. An animated short. What one there?
Oh, War is Over, inspired by the music of John and Yoko.
Yes, I picked that one to win actually.
Yeah, so did I, because I
Mhm.
mean it's John and Yoko, so
Right.
and it's probably their most their biggest song together. Well, actually, technically that'd be Imagine. You know, they changed the crediting for Imagine to have Yoko on it because she technically did inspire the song.
Oh, I
No,
didn't
I
know
didn't
that.
know that.
So it's credited to John Lennon and Yoko Ono now. So
Oh
I
wow,
guess
that's
that's their
um,
biggest song together, but the biggest song that they sang together is Happy Xmas.
right. We hear it every Christmas
Mhm.
and the
I should know.
holidays.
I've been doing a run through. I think I told Zach this, but I've been listening to I've been trying to listen to Beatles solo stuff that they made in between like 1969 all the way to 81.
Mhm.
So all of that, all of their solo stuff. I just got through 1974. So um I'm probably getting into the thick of it.
Right.
So there's that coming.
Yeah,
Very
definitely. I know you
cool.
said some were better than others so far.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
hmm
All right.
And for animated short, Sean Lennon was actually there because he was one of the producers. So he accepted.
Nice.
Yeah, he accepted the award. I don't know if he gets one, but he was definitely there. And he said at the end, he was like, "I just want to give a shout out to my mom, Yoko Ono. Today's Mother's Day in the UK, and she
Mm.
turned 91 last month."
Oh yeah, it was Mother's Day in the UK.
Yeah, they kept mentioning that a lot for the British winners
Mm.
last night. They kept mentioning that it was Mother's Day.
So
All right.
after animated short, we have
It
the
was the screenplays,
screenplays.
The
which
screenplays.
and the winners were Anatomy of a Fall and American Fiction. Um, I originally had predicted, if you guys remember from the Oscar nominations episodes.
Yeah, May,
Uh,
Mhm.
December.
yeah, no, I didn't have May December. I had the holdovers for original screenplay.
Oh right.
I had that for mine too, Matt. I kept that
But
too.
then I did say, like, well, Anatomy of a Fall, it won the Golden Globe Screenplay Award. So I wouldn't put it past that would win. So I'm not
Mhm.
surprised that it won this the original screenplay. I am surprised American Fiction got adapted screenplay
I know. I thought it would have been like Barbie or Poor Thing. No,
or
Poor
Oppenheimer.
Or
Things.
even Oppenheimer, because
Yeah.
it seems like the big winners of the night, which we'll get to, like the last couple of years, they've won screenplay.
This is a one I didn't see, but I heard Cord Jefferson had a really good speech.
He did.
Yeah, I think he said that the gist of it was that the industry needs to make more lower budget movies rather than spend all that money on a big blockbuster. Um, which
Yeah,
I've been saying since, you know, last year we saw how many billion-dollar movies just bomb.
quite a few.
hmm Yeah, he said something like, why do you make one $200 million movie when you can make
Like
20,
$54 million or
yeah,
something.
50 like $4 million movies?
Mm.
It's true because that's how it's what a lot of the great movies have low budgets like that. We're missing out.
Yeah, then those kinds of movies end up being some of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So he made a very good point there.
All right. So next ones were makeup and production design and also costume design. I saw all of these like come in at around the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
On the prompter, i.e. the Wikipedia page I refreshed
Oh,
during
that's how you
during the
checked
whole
it.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
that, that's how I checked it.
for me it was Twitter when I
Um,
wasn't.
For me, old school, just watching it.
yeah. So
Well, no, I watched some of it.
apparently,
Yeah, I know
apparently,
that's good, Alex. I noticed that when we were talking about texting each other.
apparently, John Cena came on stage naked.
Yes, he did.
He did to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Oscar streaker with David Niven.
You know what? That's actually kind of funny to celebrate that moment. Probably one of the best Oscar moments, to be frank. So,
Absolutely.
I like when I saw that, I was like, "What is he doing?"
He was definitely probably wearing something like I don't know,
Like
like a thong
skin-colored
or something. But
underpants.
hmm oh yeah, those two.
Like it could have been that, but then he was wearing the curtain from like behind or something.
Oh yeah.
uh, all
So
of these
yeah,
went to Poor Things. So
Yeah,
all of
they
those
all went to
awards went
poor
to
things,
Poor
which I
Things.
did not expect that to happen.
I mean, I expected makeup and costume, but I was
yeah,
very
production
surprised about
design. I
production.
wanted to go to Barbie.
I was thinking it was gonna be Barbie because Barbie has that. I mean, it's taking the aesthetic of the toys, but what I really like is how with Barbie you kind of see the sort of I don't want to say sparseness, but it's like the artificiality. We don't have too many films that really showcase like prominent artificiality in its design anymore. It's like everything has to be like real and gritty and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Which is why I was like, hey, it matches the comedic kind of musical vibe
Hmm
that it's got. And apparently Greta Gerwig was inspired by like some 60s musicals, 60s, 50s musicals, stuff like that.
It's awesome. I love those kinds of. I love 50s, 60s musicals. But yeah, that's yeah, definitely a lot of inspirations with that. Yeah, I thought just with whole like we talked about with the nominations episode, the whole Barbie land, and then like you just said, Matt, like the contrast with the real world. I thought that it was had a really good chance of winning best production design. That's why I was surprised.
No, but I could see why it went to Four Things, which
Hmm
I
Well,
know this is a
Poor Things is
movie.
a really good movie to look at.
Like I told Zach after I saw it, just be warned, it's very bizarre, but it's a really well done movie.
And
Which
then there was international feature.
Yep.
which it went to the right movie, I think.
Well, I still haven't seen I Capitano, but I do agree it went to Zone of Interest.
But for me, the Zone of Interest is the only one I've seen, so I'm not really one to talk on this one.
Well, Society of Snow and Teachers Lounge are also really good. I recently did see Perfect Days as well. That one was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I heard of that one.
hmm
I Capitano, I don't think is out yet. It might be streaming though. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one I'm not familiar with. But the Zone of Interest, they got another Oscar, which we'll get into a little
Which
later.
we'll get into. I know Jonathan Glazer got into some shit during his speech where he talked about how people were using yeah, he's Jewish and people were using Judaism and the horrors of the Holocaust in defense of Israel and their current genocide against the Palestinian people. So people have been going after him because I think he's the only one that mentioned it at the Oscars.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people were like wearing pins and stuff too.
Oh yeah, those are pins for uh the whole thing in recognition for the Palestinians. So
Yeah, the Palestinians in a ceasefire. Yep.
yeah, but people, I know people on Twitter can also be annoying about it as well. Not in the fact that they're trying they're being annoying in order to bring more people to acknowledge what's happening in Palestine at the moment. No, that's perfectly fine. But people are annoying in the most like dumb way. Like they'll criticize people just because they didn't say like, oh, we need to call for a ceasefire. They don't go up on stage and say for a ceasefire or something like that. Like I don't know. People's politics um are all about a performance to the point where uh they'll say, "Oh, you might be wearing a pin, but you didn't call for a ceasefire." It's like all they care about in politics is when people say the thing that they want to say, like some sort of fucking magic words.
Yeah.
Um, that's all I'll say about the topic. So I know we're Kino Therapy. I think we're not being incredibly therapeutic when bringing up this very touchy political subject that I think a lot of people have various heated opinions on, um, oddly enough. But we'll bring it back to film and awards now.
Which next was
That's just something
supporting
I just wanted to bring up.
actor
Best supporting actor. So it went to
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
For Oppenheimer.
Okay, before we talk about that, the dumb jokes that Jimmy Kimmel made about his drug addiction were not cool.
No,
Um,
that's really not cool.
Yeah, no, that was not cool. Because like I was saying that Robert Downey Jr. one of the biggest comebacks of all time.
Probably one of the best comebacks. It's like he
And
came in, he was a big star. I mean, he also was nominated for an Academy Award, and then fell into drug addiction. But then he came back and started probably one of the biggest movie franchises of all time. But then
yes.
when that got tiring for him, he left that and then starred in one of the biggest blockbusters of last year and gave probably up there one of his best performances, probably next to Zodiac. You know,
hmm And I'm glad this is the movie he finally won an Oscar for. I don't know how many times he's been nominated before this year, but
two, two,
was it one of them? Zodiac.
no, it was Chaplin
yep.
and Tropic Thunder.
Oh, interesting. Forgot he was nominated for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like they sometimes do the comedy roles they do for supporting.
Which makes sense. He's very out there in that.
Yeah, like how Ryan Gosling was nominated for Barbie this year.
Right. But that category, there were all five of these were solid performances. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even best supporting actress, I thought that was really the supporting were really stacked this year.
same with actress. I didn't say this, but even I mean I haven't seen The Color Purple. I did watch Nyad, but none of these other four stood a chance against Divine Joy Randolph. Just kind of like how I kind of expected Robert Downey Jr. to win this one too.
True, fair.
I liked how they.
Yeah, Emily Blunt
go
was
ahead.
great in Oppenheimer. She really held her own. She even has
Mhm.
her own scene where she's like, "I'm gonna control this bullshit," right?
Right.
America Ferrera I mean, not my favorite of the picks in that category.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no, that's probably my least favorite one in that. Even though I
yeah,
haven't.
she's good in the movie. I would
Yeah,
say
I really like her in the
serviceable.
movie.
She's not bad at all. Jodie Foster in Nyad, she is actually my favorite performance of that movie.
Yeah,
It's
same.
really
Yeah, she
strong. I
was
mean, it's Jodie
excellent.
Foster. It's so incredibly it's so incredible how much she looked like Bonnie Stoll in real life. I think I talked about that last time. So
Hmm.
and then Danielle Brooks in Color Purple. While I don't know if her performance is better or worse than Oprah's in the original movie, she really makes the character own and it's really good. And I like the way her characters is handled in the movie um as well. So, but let's be honest, uh Divine Joy Randolph's performance was like the towering one over all of them.
Just like Robert Downey
Oh,
Jr.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did like how this year they brought back this tradition, which they did when I watched my first Oscars back in 2009 when Slumdog Millionaire won Best Picture, where they had previous winners in the category come out and tell personal stories about each of the nominees. I thought that was really cool that they brought that back.
No, I liked that. My favorite was Nicolas Cage to Paul Giamatti.
Hmm. Which we'll get to that. But yeah, Steph, that was really good. There was Jamie Lee Curtis, Regina King, Rita Moreno, Lupito Nyong'o, Mary Steenburgen for presented Best Supporting Actress, and then Supporting Actor was Mahershala Ali, Ke Huy Quan, Tim Robbins, Sam Rockwell, and Christoph Waltz.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Um,
And then next was visual effects and film editing, which was Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger were
oh yeah,
presenting it.
yes.
So basically, the cast of Junior, minus Emma Thompson. And then apparently they got on stage and they started complaining about Batman. And
They
then they cut
did.
and then they cut to Michael Keaton and he was
It
like,
was so funny.
I hate that guy. I hate that guy. You beak breaker. I'll see you at the governor's ball. It's so funny.
That was a really good moment.
Oh, visual effects went to Godzilla -1, and editing went to Oppenheimer.
We'll probably get into him a little later, but it was Zach. It's our boy.
It's our boy
Our boy
Godzilla, Matt.
Godzilla.
Yes.
Gojira.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
I'm so happy
Um,
it won. He won our G-Man.
yeah, this is the first nomination and the first win for any movie in the Godzilla franchise. So, after 30 plus movies and 70 years, you two can still win an Oscar. So,
Yep, never give up on your dreams.
never give up.
So I guess it's wrong to say the 1998 Godzilla got robbed.
Uh, not at the Razzies.
Yeah, definitely not at the Razzies.
I haven't even seen that, and I know it looks like a piece of shit. So,
Once I saw when I was really little, and then once I saw, which we'll get to later, the original Japanese Godzilla movies, I'm like, yeah, this movie's trash.
Yeah, yeah, that Godzilla. It got worst supporting actress at the Razzies, and worst remake or sequel. It tied with the Avengers movie, the Avengers, the adaptation of the British show,
Hmm.
not the comic book, and
Hmm.
it another tie with Psycho, the remake, the Gus Van Sant remake.
oh jeez.
It's the only three-way tie in the Razzies.
That's really cool. It's
Oh,
crazy.
since we're talking about that the Razzies came out, and the winner was Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Not surprised in the
Not surprised.
slightest.
That
Kind of a
movie was
it was a sweep up just about.
a little bit. Yeah, it did. Worst picture, worst director, worst screen couple, and what else?
Oh, worst remake.
Worst remake,
Mhm.
worst screenplay. Too. So yeah,
So
basically.
watch out, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. Oh
Because
well, you're forgetting this month. We're getting Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
Oh, god damn it, you're right. So wait till the year after that, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
It's just like those movies just keep winning worst picture.
Yeah.
No, it's just like
a slew of public domain movies from now on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, anytime a Disney character becomes the public domain, are we just gonna get this fucking like shitty
horror movie banking off the public domain rights now being public?
like
Probably.
God, I hope not.
Maybe.
But in terms of editor,
Yes.
that went to
editing Oppenheimer, which
and the editor of that has done movies including Hereditary, Tenet, Marriage Story, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Manchester by the Sea, Francis Ha, and the Meyerowitz stories. So mostly edited a lot of Noah Baumbach movies.
Mm.
And this is her first win. Jennifer
Lamb.
Lame. Okay.
Lame.
I didn't want to insult her name, but if that's actually her name, then it's not an insult.
It was nice seeing a female editor winning. Imagine editing Oppenheimer though.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, I know. Like she did a really good job, so I'm glad it went to her.
Absolutely, yeah. Over 3 hours. Matt, would you have liked to have seen Thelma Schoonmaker? Would you thought could have had a chance winning one more Oscar?
She could have. I would have rooted for Oppenheimer though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember roasting Thelma Shoemaker for making her movie so goddamn long, but
oh yeah, Jimmy Fallon made some. Doesn't he always make Jimmy Kimmel? I messed up the Jimmys. Jimmy Kimmel makes
most of America does too, Matt.
True. This Jimmy Buffett.
Well, he did make a joke about how when he saw Killers of the Flower Moon, he had to have his mail forwarded to the theater.
Stupid. I hate it. I
thought it was funny, but
if he's gonna keep doing jokes making fun of how much it's a slog to fucking watch movies, he shouldn't be hosting the Oscars.
Yeah, no, people were petitioning to have John Mulaney do it next year.
Yeah, because John Mulaney is funny.
Yeah, he is. He'd be a good host. And he did like a segment where he roasted Madam Web. So
he mentioned the
Amazon line.
Yeah, the Amazon line.
Without sound, we wouldn't have lines like, how does it go?
He was
researching
spiders in the Amazon rainforest. No, it was he was with my mother researching spiders in the Amazon rainforest when she died or something along those lines.
Yeah. That's it.
Which is such an awfully written line. It's like, and then it became a meme, and then I think they took it out of the movie.
I heard that, yeah.
I heard that too.
But I'm not paying money to see this movie, so
yeah, just wait until it's like streaming on whatever you
Exactly. it's kind of like Morbius. Like I'm curious to know how bad it really is.
Mm.
But moving on from that, we got the
Oh well, hey,
documentaries.
didn't we? Wasn't there that documentary? Because I thought our next up was Sound, which John Mulaney did, but no, we have to do documentaries.
Which Zach, you said you saw the full length documentary that one, correct?
I
20
did,
days.
yes, and I believe Matt, you did as well.
I did it as well.
It was on
Yes.
PBS, right?
Yep, and I liked how they mentioned that in the acceptance speech. They mentioned GBH, which is the Boston local um PBS station, how that like produced it and kind of got that movie that documentary like up and running and shown more. That's
Yeah.
where I
I,
watched it on.
Yeah,
it's
it's
about the
definitely a good documentary. I mean, it's not like the
oh,
most
it's about Russia and
friendly
Ukraine.
of watches. Yes, it's about the invasion of Ukraine by the Russians and the what was going on during the invasion in the city of Mariupol. So the winner was 20 Days in Mariupol. Although
And
it
that
wasn't
was a
my
good.
favorite documentary from last year, I still would have liked Michael J. Fox story to have been nominated. And
Yeah,
also
Um,
same.
Four Daughters and was also really good. So was Bobby Wine, although that movie is a little it's definitely not bad, but I feel like I could definitely have learned a little more about Bobby Wine's story and his exploits and what happened to him in that movie. But it's definitely a good movie.
one documentary I saw wasn't going to be up for awards anyway. It was the Jason Kelsey documentary from last year.
Oh yeah, I heard that
Um,
was quite good.
it was. But for documentary short, The Last Repair Shop was the winner.
Yes, which I that this category I'm always not sure what to predict.
Yeah, no, like if it's
I always
short
take a random
movie,
guess. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
didn't.
was like, I don't know what to pick here, so I saw like it was on Disney Plus, so I'm like, you know what, I'll go with that one.
Hmm.
So,
yeah, and there
but
was
since we don't
yeah.
know much about it, we don't need to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's about I just know a little bit. It's about getting instruments, repairing like thousands of instruments for public school kids in Los Angeles. I hear it's like really good, and yeah, it is on Disney Plus. So I might have to check that out. There was another one that I picked, Nine and WIPO. That's also on Disney Plus. It's a director. He directed about his two grandmothers. And the other ones I have not heard of. Um, but yeah, it's pretty. I never know what to predict for that category.
Before we move on to cinematography, I'm looking at Twitter, and Bradley Cooper was on the episode of Abbott Elementary last night where they're trying to do what the Super Bowl does.
Oh,
Now,
yep,
like,
and have a lead out show. Yep. Yeah, they never did that
so
before.
there's a clip where they think he's in Oppenheimer. Another lady thinks he's in the holdovers. Um, I have not watched the episode yet, but I remember seeing the ad. And it was like a special guest Oscar nominee, and it was like, oh, I wonder who it'll be.
I know. I saw him a little bit when I was like flipping through the channels before I went to bed, and I saw that he was briefly he was on it. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either, but I know I think he's from Philadelphia or like that kind of area.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool with the show taking place there that he was on it.
Yeah, because they had Eagles players in the season premiere,
Mm-hmm.
so makes sense. So yeah, we'll go to cinematography now, which went to Oppenheimer. Not surprised. Great cinematography for that one. The only movie I hadn't seen in that category was El Conde.
It's on Netflix.
I remember
that's
you
right.
saying
It's
it
a
was
black and
like,
white. Yeah, it's a black and white horror comedy. I think I told you about it. It's imagines if Pinochet was a 250-year-old vampire.
and I was like, this sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't want to give too much away because there's also another historical character that is also imagined as a vampire who comes in towards the middle of the movie, and it's hilarious.
Killers of the
And
Flower
and you
Moon.
don't realize it because they're also the narrator of the movie.
God.
And you're like, okay. And then you realize who's narrating the movie, and they're like, I'm coming into this now. And you're like, oh shit.
But Killers of the Flower Moon, that had good cinematography.
Yeah,
My
they were all really good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember people being on Twitter last night going like, Maestro is mid.
I don't.
I mean, okay, so I think everything production wise in Maestro is good, but I think everything kind of fell by the wayside because I feel like it's a lackluster kind of story because I want to know more about I don't know what the movies wants me to say or think or feel about Leonard Bernstein. So
Hmm.
I'm kind of left like I don't know, like empty about it.
Zach, that was the
Yeah,
last movie you watched before the Oscars, right?
it was. Yes, I agree with Matt. I definitely thought that. Well, good movie. I definitely think the
Good
second
movie. It's
half.
got good performances.
Yeah,
I just feel like it doesn't give me much to grab onto or to get, but there are
Right.
like some great moments of like real creativity. I like the beginning moment um where Bradley Cooper, he wakes up and then he runs out the door and he uh finds some stuff like in the music hall that he's gonna have his first performance in as the lead conductor.
mm-hmm.
Like that little kind of like fun bits of editing and spatial continuity is really fun. Um, and so the movie has bits and pieces like that, but I wanted to have that sort of like for the whole movie, and I feel like I didn't get it.
Yeah, and I thought that they could have shown a little bit more, like regarding how his like production, and like I wish I would have could have seen more of his production, like doing West Side Story and all that.
Some of his more
Zach, it
famous
was
works.
funny.
Yeah, they just kind of like name dropped. I wish they showed more like his work with that stuff. But yeah, it was definitely a good movie. I liked also too the scene. It was like a musical number.
Mm.
I liked that scene too, and the choreography and stuff.
It was funny, Zach, when you watched that
Mm.
movie. I was watching A Star Is Born.
Oh, I think I saw that. That's hilarious. The two Bradley Cooper movies.
Yeah, I was rewatching A Star Is Born
Oh, nice. We
when
watched
I
at the
saw
same
you
time.
watch Maestro.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, that
Um,
gets me. I want to look up like how many people, how many directors have had their whole filmography as Best Picture nominees.
Yeah, that'd be
oh,
cool to
that'd be a
see.
good one to
Yeah,
research. Yeah.
because Bradley Cooper currently is one. Um,
Oh wait, no, not Damien Chazelle.
Is Greta Gerwig? Although she directed probably something else.
Greta Gerwig, if you
Of
don't
the three that she
include
has done,
if
yes.
you don't include the one movie she co-produced, she co-directed with someone else.
Oh
But
yeah.
other than that, yes. So after that, we got live action short, which went to our boy Wes Anderson
Wes
for
Anderson, it was
Sugar.
his first win.
Yep. First
For
win.
I was telling Zach this. I'm like, he seriously never won an Oscar before, and I looked
No.
at it, I was like, nope. I
And
was
he
like, I
wasn't there,
would
and he wasn't there either.
Yeah, he wasn't there. I forget what
because
his
he was in
reasoning.
Germany filming a movie, I
Yeah, he's
guess.
filming a movie, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so he won for The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, and apparently Netflix is going to repackage the Netflix shorts from last year as one thing, which frankly it
Good.
should have been all along. But I guess if it wasn't that, he wouldn't have won best live action short film. So
Good. I'm glad they're doing that.
Hmm.
Because I
Yeah.
said that at the beginning. I said that in September. I'm like, this should have just been one movie.
yeah,
What
I don't know.
else was?
I never see the live action shorts. So it was cool seeing a winner. No, never mind a nominee, but a winner in that category was pretty cool.
No,
yeah.
it was. And I was like, I'm looking at it. I was like, wait, didn't he win for Fantastic Mr. Fox? I'm like, nope, that was up.
Mhm.
And then not the Grand Budapest Hotel. I can't remember what actually. It was Birdman.
It was Birdman.
Hmm.
I would have thought that won screenplay though, but I'm glad he finally won an Oscar, even though it was for a short film. Uh, he finally has an Oscar to his name.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, Academy Award winner Wes Anderson.
All right, best sound. This is the
Which
category John Mulaney trashed Madam Webben. And the winner went to
was not Oppenheimer.
the Zone of Interest. You know, I'm actually very glad.
No, I was like, I'm glad that got that too. That had really good
Really good sound mixing, because not only do we have to hear the characters up front, but we hear everything that's going on that we don't see in front of the camera, which is everything happening in Auschwitz-Birkenau.
right. Oh, I will point out that this is one of 3 movies to win more than one Oscar. The other 2 being Poor Things and Oppenheimer.
Yeah, so like
Uh,
there was a lot of like multiple winners, but or they won a lot, those 3 movies, but I felt like some of the categories they spread the wealth around a little bit, not as much as the last couple of years, but
Hmm.
yeah, Zach, when you see the Zone of Interest, you'll know why it
I've
won
heard
Best
from people,
Sound.
yeah, that from you guys and others, yeah, that the sound is excellent in that movie.
And then I didn't watch the ceremony proper, but they took their fucking ass time in presenting the next awards. Like for the last 2 awards, I was just like, Zack and
Yeah, no, I watched the
Jessica.
beginning and I
I
watched
was
the end.
and I was like, why are they taking so long? Is there like 20-minute ad breaks?
Wait,
I
Zach,
know it was taking a while. It started off 5 minutes late too. It's like you had the hour early start time and you still are
Yeah,
adding
you
time.
started on fucking daylight savings time. I fucking lost an hour of sleep and I had to go in early to work. It's like, what's your fucking excuse?
It's true.
exactly. But speaking of which, we got
And you don't
score.
even fucking honor stunts as a category.
Yeah,
So
they
Oh
did
my
a
god.
whole like segment. I was telling my family I was watching with. I'm like, that needs to be the next category they add.
Yeah, no, they had Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt basically act like children. It was so funny.
Oh yeah, they were doing like the Barbenheimer feud.
I'm like, I want to see their movie right now, but it's not coming out till May. So
but the next award was original score and original song.
okay, I'll get into original song, but original score went to the right movie, Oppenheimer.
The Oppenheimer, fantastic. I will occasionally listen to the Can You Hear the Music track from the Oppenheimer soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Ah,
Oh yep.
so
I
good.
rewatched it today, actually, as I told Zach I was going to rewatch it. And it's just, the music in it is so good.
Although I wouldn't have mind if it went to like a posthumous award to Robbie Robertson from the band who did the
Oh, yeah.
score for Killers of the Flower Moon. Very interesting uh, soundtrack there, or the very like plucky and quirky, very apt kind of score for Poor Things. That could have won, and I wouldn't have been fine. But look,
Indiana
it went to the right
Jones.
one. And then American Fiction, it had a good score, but it's definitely not the one I would have picked. And then for some reason, I don't know why Indiana Jones is here.
Yeah, no, that one was so random.
I don't know why Indiana Jones is here.
I think it was just to give John Williams another nomination, but
I feel like that too, frankly.
Yes, the
Um,
legendary other maestro, John Williams.
because you know, like how they used to like give Meryl Streep a nomination no matter what the
yeah.
movie she was in was. That's what it felt like.
Where
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
pick,
yeah, where
yeah.
it's like, yeah, we'll nominate you for Florence Foster Jenkins or something like that, right?
And
Yep.
Into the
Yes,
Woods. I think she was nominated for that.
he was.
Hmm.
Yeah, I picked up Robbie Robertson for Killers of the Flower Moon. Just as like a kind of a sentimental pick, but I had a feeling that Oppenheimer was gonna win for that really bombastic,
Are
really
you a
good
big
score.
fan of the band?
I am. I've gotten more into their music the last like couple of months, and yeah, I'm getting there as a fan of the band.
I gotta listen to more of the band, you know?
Hmm.
So
You know,
original
they have
song
that
kind
song
of
like "Take a Load Off" and
Take a load off, Annie.
yeah, that one.
That's a good
so
one.
original song kind of pissed me off, and
I
now
don't
I'll
think so.
say
I think it
this.
went to the best song there.
No, I'm just saying this because Billie Eilish now has more Oscars than Martin Scorsese.
Oh, she has 2. People keep saying this, but they're wrong. She has 2. Marty has 2.
Oh wait,
Because he produced The Departed, didn't he?
He
he
did.
won Best Director for that.
Yeah, and Best Picture because he produced The
Oh
Departed.
fuck, you're right.
I don't know
So,
why people are saying this.
so
They have
they're
the
wrong.
same amount. They're wrong. I
It's
saw
like when people
people.
kept saying that for Suicide Squad. They're like, "Oh, Suicide Squad. It has a more Oscars than like whatever, like Alfred Hitchcock and all." It's like, come on, enough with this
I
foolishness.
mean, yeah, he didn't win an Oscar. I mean, he has like the honorary one, but
Hmm.
still, it's like.
No, I saw that on Twitter. I was like, "There's no way this is right." You
Although
confirmed it,
Although
so
it's like I know Mank has more Oscar wins than Citizen Kane though.
Citizen Kane,
So it's
yeah,
like so there's that one. That
oh, that
one's an
one's
actual
interesting,
one.
actually.
yeah. And
Um,
the performances of the songs were all really good. I thought
so I saw
Didn't
Emma
Ryan Gosling
Stone.
when doing I'm Just Ken, did he do like the diamonds are a girl's best friend kind of bit,
he
Marilyn
did, and
Monroe?
I didn't notice that Matt at the time when I was watching it. But then after the fact, I'm like, oh yeah, this is. But people kept saying, I'm like, oh yeah. Then it clicked to my head. This is just like the Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, Marilyn Monroe with the pink and the dancers and all that.
Sorry, Alex, what were you saying?
Uh, what was I saying?
I interrupted you rudely, might I add.
No,
Shame
it's
on me.
okay. Um, there was some like funny thing with Emma Stone running like last night. I can't remember what she was running. Why
Oh,
she was
I
doing
just
it.
saw this. I think it was because Poor Things won Best Production Design, and she was like backstage, so she wanted to see them winning. And then her dress like got ripped like in the back, but
Oh
they
yeah,
fixed
yeah.
it at
No, I
the
see
end.
it.
They said they fixed it. So at
No,
the
no, no.
after
They were
party,
saying like she was running, like she saw the cast of iCarly again,
that's right. She was on iCarly.
and people are saying Jules from Superbad now has 2 Oscars. We'll get into that though.
So why were you pissed, Alex, at the winner?
I don't know. I just thought "I'm Just Ken" was better than the Billie Eilish song. To be honest with you, the song that won, I just thought it was depressing. To be honest with you, but is
It
it
all
supposed to be depressing?
Oh, it's not supposed to be the happiest of songs, but it's supposed to be like a melancholic kind of song.
Fair enough. Um,
Because I mean, at that moment in the film, she's like, isn't the song, what was I made for? Isn't it at that point in the movie where she's thinking on all the girls and the mothers and daughters who have played with Barbies all throughout the years, this like half a century plus of Barbie and stuff
oh
like
yeah,
that,
no, that
right?
makes more sense.
Yep.
So it fits in the scene. So it's like I can understand thinking of it not in the context uh the scene for of the movie and being like, man, this is very depressing or something like that.
Right.
I mean, it could work outside of the context of the movie, just as like a Billie Eilish song, I guess.
Right. We have a friend that's probably not going to be too happy about that. We won't get into that,
I really like Dance the Night, but I know there's that Oscar rule where only 2 songs can be nominated
which is kind of
from the
bullshit.
same movie.
But
Well, yeah, that's because a musical will just come in, the one musical of the year, and then just sweep the whole category, just eat it all up, like what
La La Land.
Dreamgirls did back in like what 2006 or whatever.
And then Enchanted did that too, I think.
La La Land probably did.
Yeah, well, that might have got like 2.
We'll talk about La La Land in one sec. Well, not really, but
Well, yeah. Best actor.
okay. So this is one where I was texting Zach yesterday, and I was like, I have no idea between Paul Giamatti and Cillian Murphy, and if it were up to me, I'd give it to both of them.
There has been a tie once for best actor.
And I was hoping that would have been the case, but
Yeah,
I'm glad it went to
a,
Cillian Murphy.
a second tie in the category.
I know in our hearts it was a second tie.
Yeah. Well, the first tie was all the way back at the 5th Academy Awards, and it was up between Wallace Berry from The Champ and Frederick March from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Uh,
There was
You
also
know,
a tie for actress as well.
there was, yeah.
Zach knows about that one.
I do, yes, from the 1969 Oscars celebrating movies from 1968, tied with Katharine Hepburn for The Lion in the Winter and Barbara Streisand for Funny Girl.
hmm, interesting.
And that's when Barbara Streisand has one of the more famous speeches. Well, hello, gorgeous.
Yeah. Uh, there hasn't been too many ties in Oscar history, but there have been a couple. I think the last tie was like for one of the sound categories. I
It
forget if it
was,
was
yep.
sound editing or mixing. Um, and I just remember because people online were like confused because they were like, "What? There's a tie? Why can't it just be one?" You know? I forget. I think what was it? Was it Skyfall and
Maybe Skyfall, and was it
that would have been
I would say Zero Dark 30 was the next year. Um
what was that one? 2013?
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad it went to Cillian Murphy. He deserved it. So
Yeah, he was my favorite performance from last year.
I was just saying Paul Giamatti just because he was just like
No, it
I
was
was like,
Zero Dark
Oh, it
30.
was
Zach,
Zero
you
Dark
got it.
30. I
It
was
was
right.
2012, not.
Why did I think that
wait,
was a
what was
2013 movie? My
what
bad.
happened with Zero Dark 30?
Oh, the sound editing tie that I was talking about. It was Skyfall and Zero Dark 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was I
Um,
believe it was the last tie the Oscars had,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
And
due
yeah, now
for a new one. Imagine a tie.
absolutely.
Imagine a tie for Best Picture.
oh, that'd be so weird.
Yeah, and then we had Nicolas Cage, Brendan Fraser, Ben Kingsley, Matthew McConaughey, and Forrest Whitaker present Best Actor.
I loved Nicolas Cage as to Paul Giamatti. It was like I was like, can we have a movie with them together?
That'd be cool.
I tweeted last night. It was like, okay, in order for this to happen, Nicolas Cage would need to say the words penis cancer in the same context as Paul Giamatti at the end of the holdovers.
That's your only stipulation. I want
No,
this
no,
to
no. I
happen.
would.
My only stipulation is for Nicolas Cage to also say the phrase penis cancer.
I just would want to know who says it funnier,
Fair enough.
and it'd probably be Nicolas Cage, to be honest with you.
Right.
No, it was.
Yeah.
I was telling you, I was like, wait, when did Nicolas Cage win an Oscar? And it was like, oh wait,
1995. Well, 1996, but it was for Leaving Las Vegas.
Great movie. I watched that 2 years ago, I think. But yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was
Keep
gonna say
doing that.
the rest. No, you're good. I'm doing a little bit too. The Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction were the other three nominees, which was part you were going to talk about, Matt. I thought they were really good, and I mean I haven't seen Rustin yet, but
Oh, you'd
no, I
really
haven't
like Rustin.
either.
It's kind of
mhm.
one of those biopics. It wasn't my favorite of the year, but it's definitely one of those that are just totally. I was like, this movie would be totally up Zach's alley because it's about like it's a biopic about a famous person, a famous historical context, which is the civil rights movement, and then it's Bayard Rustin who helped put together the March on Washington. So very famous event.
Yep, one of my
Um,
favorite events in history. I definitely want to check that out. I'm a big history buff, so
So I don't know
along
why
with
you haven't.
movies.
I don't know why you haven't watched it sooner, but it's probably just because you don't have Netflix.
Yes, I
Or you
did get
didn't
it
have
back for
Netflix.
the Oscars for a month, but
Yeah.
yep.
Get watching. I'm kidding.
Yes, I know. I want to catch up on.
Then the next award they presented was director. So I don't know
Which,
why they didn't do actress first, but whatever.
I know they
Um,
sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's just like they alternate for some reason.
but that
pissed
went to
me the
Christopher
fuck off.
Nolan.
It went to Christopher Nolan. If this was like uh 15 years ago, all the comic book movie guys would have creamed their pants. Um,
Oh, if he got it for The Dark Knight or something.
or something like that, you know. But I feel like now Christopher Nolan has become that sort of like I think the roles have kind of like changed for some directors. Like Christopher Nolan is now in that sort of like proper, but also like it's not in like that sort of lower echelon of the comic book fair, you know. But he can meet like the high echelon, like with Oppenheimer or something like that. So he's kind of like he's got that name brand recognition. Where now Denny Villeneuve, right? He's got that like big blockbuster sort of sci-fi movie spectacle kind of vibe he had, even though like earlier he was doing movies like Incendies, Enemy, and Prisoners or something like that,
Prisoners, yeah.
which are more like either independent or studio produced, but they were like sort of had that critical acclaim to them, but now he's doing like the big sci-fi epics, and now he's like the director that your dude bro likes, that posts that rates movies on IMDb, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So the roles have kind of reversed. A
Yeah.
little bit. The dude bros will still be like, bruh, I watch The Dark Knight at least once a year. Maybe even 4 times a year if I'm feeling randy.
Once every season.
Once every a moon change. It's like astrology, but for
Christopher Nolan fans.
but for like your college roommate.
No, but I'm
From
glad he
like
finally won an
2006. Be like,
I don't.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
I'm glad
he won though.
Yeah, me
oh,
too.
definitely.
And Steven Spielberg
Because
presented it to him, which was cool.
and I said to Zach, I said this would have been me if he didn't. Hold on. Which, Zach, I'll update you on my progress in this show when we're off camera.
Hmm.
But this would have been me if Christopher Nolan didn't win. Just like pure shock.
Well,
Although Matt probably doesn't.
there's our image. There's our image for the episode now.
Although Matt probably doesn't know the context of this.
I don't, and neither does the audience who is currently receiving this through auditory means instead of through visual.
So this is from Modern Family. And Julie Bowen slips on eggs, and she wasn't supposed to fall, so she just went with it. And that's just pretty much her face after she slips on some eggs.
Her disgusted, angry face after that scene.
Okay, so if I'll save this image, and then I don't know, I'll edit it. I'll put like Christopher Nolan and Emma Stone on it. How's that?
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'll put like a couple of Oscar dudes on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Oscar dude, the one they got on the statue. His name's Oscar, right?
It is. Well,
So
there's like
now we're
different theories about why it's called Oscar, but story for another day.
getting into Best Actress, which I think a lot of people were surprised by this one, to be honest.
Even the winner themselves, from the looks of it.
Yeah. Seriously. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's great in that movie, but
all right, so Best Actress went to Emma Stone for Poor Things, playing Bella Baxter.
and just like a lot of people just like didn't seem happy about it from Twitter and all that.
Yeah, because, you know, kind of felt like it should have been Lily Gladstone, you know? I mean, in my opinion, she gave the best performance of the year as Molly Burkhart from Killers of the Flower Moon. And her losing Best Actress meant Killers of the Flower Moon went without a single Oscar win, meaning that the last 4 Martin Scorsese feature films have garnered a total goose egg Oscar wins.
Yeah, which is interesting to say the least.
Versus their total 20, nearly 30 some odd Oscar nominations, which is crazy. It's crazy.
Oh.
That is really crazy.
And then I got really pissy about it once that happened. I think Zach can testify to it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. If you don't mind if I read what I had massaged you last night. That sounded weird out of context, but whatever. You know what I mean.
Right.
Okay. So
yeah.
First, I said, they're taking their sweet goddamn time with Best Actress. And then I posted a GIF of refreshing the web page, which is what I kept constantly doing. And then I wrote, when the win came in, I wrote, "Ah, you gotta be fucking kidding me! They were doing so good, and then they fuck it up at the end there."
Oh, you were this lady in this scene.
Yeah, I was her. That was me. And then I wrote, "She already had an Oscar, refrug."
Yep.
Well, no, my thing is like, I even said this to Zach. I just went with I was like, I have this weird gut feeling that
Yeah, okay,
Lily
so yeah, when
Gladstone is not
okay,
going to win, and
I had this. Okay, so when I had the same feeling. It was around the same time, like when I saw best makeup, best costume design. I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, those would have been my picks too. So I was like, yeah, right on. And then I saw best production design come in, and I saw it was Poor Things and not Barbie, like I predicted. And I'm like, that doesn't seem too good for me. And I was like worried. I'm like, is this a sign? I was like, is this a sign? I'm like, no, no. I even looked over at the SAG Awards, which Lily Gladstone had won, and
right,
not
Hmm.
every there was like several instances where the SAG winner wasn't the best actress winner, and I was like, what are the chances? What are the odds? I was like, what is it? And it's probably because the fucking BAFTAs didn't nominate them because they're racist. They're fucking Brits are racists.
yeah, no, it was like I have this gut feeling, and
Stupid BAFTAs.
my stupid gut feeling was right.
Yeah, I had the same one.
Yep, me too.
I was like, holy hell. You know what? And I mean, I gotten over it. It's not like one of those instances where a like not good performance won, because Emma Stone is good. She's really good in Poor Things. It's like
Exactly.
with a lesser actress, they would have fumbled the character, and it probably would have been kind of unbearable. But she handles it incredibly well. So I give it to her. It's a good performance.
Mm.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
But still,
But
Lily Gladstone, I think it would have been a very momentous kind of would have been an incredible historical kind of Oscar win.
of course, yeah, especially with I always think back to when Marlon Brando won for The Godfather. He sent um
Yeah,
the
what was her name?
her name why is it escaping me now? I think it was something um Littlefoot, I think. Um Let me see. It was for, let's see. Yep, The Godfather was for. Yes, Sasheen Littlefeather. That's Littlefeather.
Little
That's right.
Feather. You were
Yep.
close.
Yeah. So I was saying that, like, how I thought that Willie Gladstone's win would kind of like make his wish come true with like better representation of Indigenous people, Native Americans with her win. It really was an excellent performance, and I was disappointed. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen Poor Things, but I know Emma Stone's good in it. I mean, she just won for La La Land, though. Only like, I mean, now it's been a couple of years, but in
7 years.
2017. Um, but I do think that some theories that I saw that Lily Gladstone, some of the voters maybe could have thought that her performance was more supporting than lead, and then maybe that's why she didn't win.
Which
I
is
don't know.
tough.
I feel like it was. I feel like it was a pretty good, really good lead performance, and I don't know. It was also more reserve performance too. I know the Oscar
Mm.
voters, they sometimes go for
The more
the.
bombastic
Yep.
wins rather
Hmm.
than the more subdued sort of kind of roles. which I mean, some of the more subdued roles are some of the best roles.
Exactly.
But of course, everyone loves a little something that's a little more bombastic, in a way.
Hmm.
Exactly.
And
Uh,
the people, yeah, the people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Matt.
so now, and then you can do your thing. So
Mhm.
remember your thing.
Yes.
Emma Stone is now one of the few actresses who have had multiple Oscar wins. So she's up there with Katharine Hepburn, Frances McDormand, but amongst the other ones who have won 2 times, which includes Meryl Streep, Betty Davis, Ingrid Bergman, Jane Fonda, Liz Taylor, Olivia de Havilland, Glenda Jackson, Jodie Foster, Sally Field, Vivian Lee, Louisa Rainier, and Hilary Swank.
Yep. Good. Good company. And speaking of Sally Field, yeah, she was one of the presenters with Sally Field, Jessica Lange, Jennifer Lawrence, Theron, and Michelle Yeoh from the winner of last year for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I thought the category Annette Bening, because I recently saw Naiad, she was excellent in that. Um,
Mm.
Sandra Huller for Anatomy of Fall. I know you guys said she was really good in that.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
And Carey Mulligan for Maestro, who I thought she stole some of the scenes I thought from Bradley
oh,
Cooper.
definitely.
Yeah. But I definitely knew this was going to be one that a lot of people were. I don't know how to say it, but
A little pissy. I'm a little pissy about it.
yeah, we'll go with that. And
I'd be very annoying about it.
I remember you tweeted when that guy was like, "Wait a minute, Moonlight, you won Best Picture," and you were hoping that it was Lily
I was
Gladstone.
hoping like, oh, they're gonna do like a freaking a Moonlight situation, or is it like a gotcha? For all we know, this could be just a extended episode of The Curse, and this is just Nathan Fielder. A little trick there, you know.
Hmm.
Mm. But last but not least, we have Best Picture, where the presenter of it just did not give a fuck, and it was so funny.
Yep, our great friend Al Pacino.
He just like did not care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was like, Lily didn't win, so what the fuck? It's the winner. It's Oppenheimer.
No, he goes, "My eyes see Oppenheimer."
My eyes see Oppenheimer.
and I thought like I couldn't understand him. I thought he was like speaking Italian, but like the way he said, "Yeah, my eyes see Oppenheimer," and he was supposed to, I think, present with Michelle Pfeiffer if it would have been like a Scarface reunion, but she had like a personal family thing that she had to go to the East Coast, so she couldn't present it. So they just had him be there for the 50th anniversary of The Godfather Part Two. And yeah, he was like, "Oh, these are 10 great movies." People were
Yeah,
mad
he
that
didn't even
he
list
didn't
the
like
nominees.
he didn't list the nominees, which they do show them during the like entire show, but still, I mean, it would have been good to see them listed again.
Oh, it's like when Laurence Olivier did Best Picture in 1985. So he thanked the
Oh
Academy for
yeah.
inviting him. He opens the envelope. He doesn't announce the nominees, and he's just like, "The winner for this is Amadeus."
Oh man, that's why they always like the people that present. At least it wasn't another Moonlight La La Land situation, but
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I thought it was gonna be when like the nominees weren't listed, and then he just goes, "Oh, my eyes see Oppenheimer."
Would you
Although
guys?
he did say
Oh.
something where he wanted to be clear that it was not his, he didn't intend to admit them, but rather a choice by the producers since they were highlighted throughout the night.
Hmm. Yeah, a little creative choice there.
And now we have this.
Yep, the 96 Oscars. You guys, were you
My eyes see Oppenheimer.
Yep, we get that now.
Oh yeah, God, you guys gotta fucking remember that this is a auditory only experience and not a visual one. So anyway, it's well, Alex, unless you want to post it, since this is on YouTube now, since we're on YouTube instead of SoundCloud, we do have the visual element. You want to post the picture of the meme that you're posting right now in the
Yes, which
video?
is Al Pacino from
Heat.
Heat. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen Heat?
I have not.
Oh, we gotta see Heat. I got it on 4K. We could definitely watch it. Zach, have you seen Heat?
I haven't. No, just parts of it.
Even better. All right, we get it. We'll get to this part. Don't worry. It's one of the few parts I saw before watching it. It's just him being like, "She's got a great ass,
I
and
know.
you
I know. I
got
know
your
that
head
scene.
all
That's
the
right.
way
That's
up it." Sorry, I might have
oh.
blew out the audio there. Sorry, Alex.
Oh, God damn it.
And I
I've been
thought,
I've been
oh,
calm and subdued the whole time, and then I. Sorry, there's something about a woman's ass.
I thought Oppenheimer deserved Best Picture. I don't know about you guys, but I thought it.
No, it did.
Definitely, but there was a great array. I think I told you this is probably one of the best Oscar lineups in a while, like probably in over a decade.
Well, the
It is.
thing
It is
is, it's like
Like of
they use.
consistently good movies. Like even the worst movie is just like it's not a bad movie. It's not an awful movie. It's a good movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember like a lineup like that is this like very consistently good for a while, you know.
I
How many?
noticed,
Yeah.
like over the years, they've given it to movies that you know you wouldn't expect to win. Like, I think the last one I remember of that was Green Book. Like, I don't think anyone expected that to win, but I think we all were expecting Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like when Argo was like winning all the Best Production, Best Picture awards.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
I got. I don't know about you, Matt. For my predictions, I got 17 out of 23 correct.
Oh, let me look at mine. Mhm.
I did not do this, so
I got. Does it tell me how many I've? It says that I got 78% correct.
hmm.
I got 78% correct. So I was wrong on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 categories wrong. So
Oh, so you won better than me, Matt. Good job.
eh. Let me be honest. Um, besides live action short, the documentary and animated one were like a shot in the dark, and I got the documentary one wrong.
Fair
So
enough.
Me too. Me too.
hmm.
Some
Yeah,
of them
no,
I did
that's
like
fair.
different kind of picks. Like best score, I did Killers of the Flower Moon just to do kind of some different picks. And screenplay, I did the
Yeah,
holdovers.
you picked it, and then you were singing the night they drove old Dixie down.
Yes, one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up here. Unless
To wrap
Zach,
it up,
you want to wait
Oh,
till the next episode to talk about your Godzilla thing?
you know what? Let's have the Godzilla myth just be all next episode.
Okay,
yeah, that'll be like my segment.
all right.
And
Yeah, because I think we
Matt too.
had
And
yeah.
Matt obviously because we watched them all together.
I'll
Yeah,
just
so
kind of be a spectator. But
oh, maybe we could just start up the marathon again. Do all 15 that we watched with Alex.
Yes.
And we do it before no.
No, in 2 weeks. Oh
So
man.
anyway, expect Godzilla Okay.
I mean, Zach, it'll be appropriate with the new Godzilla Kong movie coming out. So
and then
Oh yeah,
and
it
then
will be. That's true.
and then Alex right here. Then put in a Godzilla roar. Right there.
Well, that's it.
All
That's the
right.
96th Academy Awards Oscars. Thank you all for listening. Thanks, guys. That was really good.